Well, the English mile, of course, is a world-renowned racing distance for both men and women. We had the Emsley Car Mile earlier before we came onto this Diamond League coverage. It's a 3:52 mile for the men. What will the women go round in here? Sifan Hassan pulling out just a couple of days ago from this race, in which there are 16 competitors, a couple of pacemakers. And Kate Grace of the USA, well, she's in the form of her life. She's run personal bests in Oslo, Stockholm and Monaco in the last couple of weeks. In fact, in about the last 12 days, she's in fantastic form, the American, over 800 metres. And she's a very competent 1500 metre runner too, so what can she do? Kate Snowdon for Great Britain hasn't raced since her third place in the UK Olympic trials in Manchester, which she has been selected for the Tokyo team. Jessica Judd, likewise, to the left of picture, those doing the double in the 5,000 and 10,000. And Willie and Winnie Nanyondo, fourth in the World Championships 800 back in 2019. But she is a sub-4-minute 1500 metre runner. Watch her. Fourth in Monaco last Friday. Winnie Nanyondo in the 1500 and 4:01. Tiny character. I mean, she's got to be the smallest there, hasn't she? Fourth from right. Nanyondo of Uganda. He's run 4:18 for a mile. That was in Monaco a couple of years back. So we're looking for a quick tempo here. They've been asked to, the pacemakers, to go out in 64 for the first 400. Chanel Price in the green slots into second behind Anita Lemige of Poland. 64 for the second lap will bring them around in 2:08, and then 2:40 for 1,000 metres has been requested. And if they maintain that tempo, then we could see a winning time well under 4:20. The meeting record, by the way, is 4:14 by Sifan Hassan a couple of years back. And the Diamond League record, well, of course, it's the world record by Hassan in Monaco 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago to the day, the 12th of July, 2019.
Well, the Lemige has done a great job on the circuit this year, but you can see already the pack are not interested in going with this pace. It was quite a lively pace that was requested. There is Lemige and Chantal Price well clear, and it's Jessica Judd, the tall figure who's got this slightly rocking style, the British athlete who is leading the way. But what is it, 10 metres, 5-10 metres?
Yes, and it's disappointingly slow. I mean, the pacemakers have gone through there in 66.7, and the pack must be, well, almost a couple of seconds down. So they've gone through in about 68.5, 69. I mean, that is pedestrian running, and you shouldn't have to have a 10,000 metre runner leading the rest of the pack. I wish they would show a little bit more ambition than this. You can see Chanel Price there in second place, having a little glance over her shoulder, thinking, well, there's no point in us getting me going with Lemige. We'll be 20 metres in front of the pack. So Lemige leading. She needs to have a little glance around because she's not really helping anybody at the moment. Chanel Price staying aware. And now Kate Grace in about fourth place, who is just concerned here, I suspect, Chris, with winning this race rather than producing a very fast time. Will be enjoying the fact that the tempo has stayed slow. Chanel Price, again, glancing over her shoulder, doing some smart pacing making there, trying to coax them along.
Well, she is trying to coax them along, as if to say, come on, you know, I'm paid to do a job, and I'm doing my job, and you're supposed to follow at the same tempo. And Schlachtenhoff, the American, is now just ahead of Del Buono, with Judd having dropped back to third. But you can feel her frustration. She's communicating that by looking around constantly, trying to drag them around, trying to do as good a job as she can.
Well, it was 2:17 at 800 metres for Price, the pacemaker, and then the pack was probably about 2 seconds behind. So not much inside 2:20 with 2 laps to run. It's going to be a real burn-up on the final lap. And certainly Kate Grace, who's in, what, about 6th place at the moment, boxed on the inside, has got a little bit of running to do in the following 500 metres. Jessica Judd, of course, in 3rd place now with that bobbing head style and the ponytail, probably the tallest in the race. Broke 2 minutes here and won the European Cup here, European Team Championships famously a few years ago on this very track. But now, bizarrely, she's morphed into a 5,000, 10,000 metre runner. As Price comes towards the bell, she's gone a long way into this mile, taking this pack along, or trying to take them along.
Well, 3:24 at the bell, so they're considerably behind the pace that was requested, as Del Buono just takes close to order Schlachtenhofen. And then Healy for the first time starting to make her presence felt, and you can see that Jessica Jones is now feeling the pinch and showing that she's a longer distance runner these days and not able to go with this pace.
Winnie Nanyondo moving down the outside, Kate Grace in her slipstream. They're the two big kickers, and Nanyondo there for Uganda just beginning to move to the fore as they get to 200 to run. Kate Grace goes right in behind her. Schlachtenhaupt on the inside running the shortest line, and Perez there having a good run, the Spaniard Marta Perez back in fourth place on the outside, but Nanyondo comes round the bend and into the home straight with Kate Grace now prepared to kick hard. This has turned it into a bit of a lottery, this race. Going well on the inside is Snowden. Grace though unleashes that kick with 60 to go, and look at the acceleration, the way the gap becomes a yawning gap by the line. 6 metres the margin there at the line, 4:27.20. Well, the clock says a world lead. It is of course a pedestrian time for several of the ladies in this race who've chosen to make it a very slow tactical affair. Kate Grace gets the win, a very comfortable win, a run-of-the-mill affair for her eventually. Katie Snowden came through on the inside, found a gap, a bit of daylight, and takes a second place, but almost a full second behind Schlachtenhaupt, who did so much of the work through the latter stages, actually coming through for third place. And winning Nanyondo, who I thought would be far more dangerous, Chris, dropping back to 5th place.
Well, that was a strange old race. That was 1,200 metres of fairly pedestrian fare, and then the handbrake came off with, what, about 100 to go, and as you say, in the last 60, really Grace just cut loose, and that terrific form she's in and the confidence she has, taking her through to a very, very comfortable victory, and well done to Katie Snowden for coming through fast to take second place ahead of Schlachtenhaupt.
Well, you do wonder sometimes why have pacemakers. The winning time for Grace